Well, welcome in Brussels. Today we're going to talk about EU shipping, and there's definitely one person we want to hear the view, and that's Sotiris. You might want to introduce yourself for a minute.
My name is Sotiris Raptis. I'm with the European Community Shipowners Associations. I represent the organization in Brussels, but importantly, our team works in a lot of policy areas in Brussels. We work on climate and energy transition, ship finance, social affairs. We have a strong team here, and of course we deal now with a very critical moment in Brussels. Everything is changing. We've got a new parliament and a new commission, and our team is committed to make our voice being heard louder in Brussels.
So there is a new parliament. There will be a new team of commissioners. What are the biggest challenges for shipping in the coming 5 years? And what's the best thing you want to reach with your team?
We're going through a period when everybody has realized that as Europeans, we were lagging behind in terms of competitiveness, in terms of investing in technologies, in innovative technologies. And that will be the biggest challenge for the whole European economy. That was the main finding of the Draghi Report. How can we decarbonize?
Yeah.
How can we organize the energy transition of our continent, and at the same time to stay competitive, to enhance, in fact, our competitiveness?
Are we innovative?
I think on our side, we're doing a tremendous progress. All in all, I would say that sometimes we need to zoom out. This is something that we do often in the shipping world.
Yeah.
We focus too much on ourselves, and we should. I'm not saying the opposite. But on the other hand, we need to zoom out and see what's happening in other sectors of the economy. All in all, we're not innovative. This is the main finding of the Draghi Report. We are still competitive. We are mainly export goods and service, quality goods and services to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
We import energy, we export quality goods and services. The thing though is that we haven't invested in clean tech, and the green transition gives us a huge opportunity to become more innovative at the same time. And this is the main recommendation of the Draghi Report to all sectors of the economy, and this is where we see a huge opportunity for the shipping sector as well.
Would that also mean that you see the energy transition as an opportunity for European ship owners?
It's a tremendous challenge, no doubt about it.
Okay.
The Draghi Report found that we're going to need, as from 2031, around 40 billion euros a year up to 2050.
That's a lot.
To decarbonize. It's an enormous amount of money we need to find. But it's not only us.
No.
We need all hands on deck. We need to be in the front line, but at the same time we need to make sure that all the other sectors invest at the same time in clean technologies, in clean fuels, and in innovation. That was exactly our recommendation. This is exactly our recommendation to the policymakers.
So it was taken on board to stay in shipping terms?
To be seen. We hope so.
Yeah.
Our first point and the main challenge for us will be to stay competitive, to ensure there is a international level playing field.
How do you combine? Because it's the EU-controlled fleet. It's mentioned in the Draghi Report. It's something you have shared over other interviews as well. How do you combine that EU link with the international world, the international stage?
There is a clear link for the Europeans. We are a major force in international shipping. If you compare the European contribution to international GDP, it's around 20%. The percentage of the European fleet is around 39%, 39.5%. The Draghi Report found that this percentage slightly shrunk over the last 4 years, not because the European fleet is declining. The European fleet is growing, but it's not growing at the same pace with other countries in the world. Meaning, this is again
there's upward potential
to the international competitiveness question of our industry. And the real question there for the Europeans is whether we need shipping. Do we need European shipping? Do we consider European shipping as a geopolitical asset for our continent? Do we consider that the European shipping is a major contributor to the security of our continent, the energy security, the food security, the supply chain security of our continent?
And then I'll take it back to that EU legislation, because we have seen the whole Fit for 55 package. There's been talks on implementation. If there would be, it's always difficult, I know, but if there would be one thing you need in terms of legislation, what would be high on your list?
It's difficult to say that we need one piece of legislation. What we are missing is a coherent strategy to strengthen the international competitiveness of European shipping, but at the same time, to make the whole cluster stronger, to invest in more innovation, to invest in clean technologies, to invest in the clean fuels we need to decarbonize. And this is missing for the time being, a coherent strategy. There are bits and pieces here and there. For instance, we've got a very ambitious legislation, the Fuel EU Maritime, with certain targets for the ship owners, for the ships. We need to use cleaner fuels up to 2050. Gradually, our energy will become gradually cleaner and cleaner. The thing, though, is that we cannot make it by ourselves. We need investments on the supply chain. We need investments on the energy producers' side.
We need to cooperate.
We need to cooperate, but we need also all hands on deck. And this is what we wanted to showcase with the platform we launched last week with the energy providers.
How's it called?
With the fuel producers. It's called Clean Maritime Fuels Platform. We brought together all the major fuel suppliers in Europe to discuss openly, to engage, to understand where we come from, to find some common ground and to create synergies.
Then if I may, another probably difficult question, because there's no one ship type. There's probably not one fuel. How do we deal with that? How do you deal with that? How should Europe deal with that?
You're absolutely right, and this is something that we need to explain better in our communication. That we have different segments of shipping, we have different business models. The fact that the backbone of our industry is SMEs is sometimes not very well known among the policymakers. I would say, though, at the same time, we're on the same page on the major issues. When it comes to the energy transition, when it comes to a people-centered transition, when it comes to ship finance, the main message is a common message among all segments, among all different ship types, and among all different business models.
That's a good one to start. What are you looking forward to most the next year?
Our main objective on our side is to increase the exposure of our sector. We're doing a good job. The progress made in the sector over the last 5 years has been tremendous. Sometimes for a ship it's difficult to turn around, but when it turns around, it goes. And the thing is that we're front runners in the energy transition, and we need to showcase it and to share more good news with the policymakers. This is a major target for us, considering the challenges we are having ahead. For instance, it's not only the energy transition. The energy transition relates also to the needs to reskill the seafarers. The Draghi Report found that we're gonna
What was it, 200 something? Yeah,
indeed,
200,000.
to reskill 800,000 seafarers internationally by the mid-2030s.
Yeah.
It's an immense task we have in front of us, and this will be also a huge opportunity, because every challenge is also a huge opportunity for change, for progress, to increase diversity.
Who do you need to, you're saying we need to be seen more, we need to be we're on the agenda, we are seen, shipping is seen. Who and what do you need to be on the radar?
We need to showcase better what is happening in our industry, to communicate better the progress that has been made. And that was clear in the Draghi Report.
Okay.
We were positively surprised by the fact that the Draghi Report recognized the strategic role of our industry to the European economy. That identified very well the reasons behind shipping being a success story for our continent. So we need to highlight more and more with the policymakers now the progress made in our sector.
And looking at, because you're saying we need seafarers, we need people in the maritime sector. What would be your main message to the ones that have to decide what they're going to do? Like the 12 years old, the 14 years old?
I think that the shipping sector provides a great opportunity to advance in a forward-looking sector. What I would say, for instance, to my kids is that there is a sector that can deliver tremendous progress in a short time. And this is exactly what we're doing these days, although we have huge challenges. And I would say that the diversity challenge is a big one for us.
And diversity in to men, women, backgrounds?
Diversity, men, women, and all underrepresented groups. We're not doing well. We're doing a lot of progress, but there is much more to be done in our sector.
Okay.
That was also recognized by the Draghi Report.
There was a lot recognized. There's a lot to be seen. There is a very interesting 5 years ahead. So we'll probably be back here in Brussels. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.